Question is, can we take a new employee with no experience of Microsoft 365 services at all through to building an application with 7 of its most important services in just 30 days? Interested to find out if we can do it? Keep watching this video and we'll show you how we're doing it.
Hi everyone, and here we are with Connor, and to give a little bit of an introduction, my name's Fraser Beadle. I've worked at Callabris and Collab 365 for quite a while now, and I'm predominantly the microjobs operations manager, although as with all small companies I help out with all of the Collab 365 services, and we're here today to talk about Connor Deasey's challenge. So Connor, do you want to say hi and introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name's Connor. I recently joined the Collab 365 team back in the beginning of April. So I've been helping out with like a few things with 365ers and a few summits lately. But they've given me a good task of the 30-day challenge, which is what we're talking about today.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Connor's challenge, we're basically going to see if we can take him as a total novice of Microsoft 365 through to being able to build an app with 7 of the main services. So basically we're going to try and turn him into a citizen developer really in around 30 days. So it's quite a big challenge. I think it's fair to say, Connor, that you're a Microsoft 365 novice. Is that the case?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so how did you first get started on the challenge, and what resources did you use, that kind of thing?
So as the challenge was first given to me, the Beginners Day summit for GlobalCon 2 had just come out actually. So I was able to watch all of the GlobalCon 2 Beginners Day content. So that was all of the sessions, the introductory sessions on all of the Microsoft 365 products. So I learned how to use Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, and Microsoft Teams, I think was the other one.
And how did you find the level of those sessions? Obviously, it was a beginner's day, so we targeted it at beginners. But were they good for you? Did they make sense for you?
Yeah, I found that they were using like really basic terms, showing like the real basics of the app. So I was able to kind of pick that up fairly quickly.
Great. Did it allow you to then go and have a go with the different services?
Yeah. So after watching each video, I went and had a little muck around in the actual applications themselves. So I was just playing with a few buttons, a few features, just to kind of see what they did.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting to grips with it.
It's always the best way, I think, is to go and have a go and try and build something, and make it do what it's supposed to do. Did you manage to build anything, or was you just playing around?
So I think I was messing around in Power Automate, and I managed to make a simple flow, which basically allowed me to send an email to myself whenever I created a document in OneDrive. But that's about as far as I got.
Yeah. Okay. It's all good. So what did you find hardest with getting started, both on this challenge and with the Microsoft products?
So I think the main thing was that I understood the actual design spec itself, and I found there was a lot of like terminology in there and a lot of things in that design spec which I didn't understand. And I think the main one was SharePoint itself.
Okay.
There was a lot of talk about SharePoint lists, SharePoint sites, SharePoint this, that, and the other. So I think SharePoint itself was one of the hardest things for me to kind of get a grasp of at that point.
Yeah. Okay. And how did you manage to solve that?
So I ended up being pointed to my Collab 365's microjobs, where I was able to post a custom request, a very detailed request, basically asking a professional, an expert, to give me some SharePoint help, teach me how to learn the basics of SharePoint.
Great. And did you manage to find any freelancers to help you?
Yep. So somebody got back to me fairly promptly, actually, and offered me SharePoint training for 2 hours, which I'm hoping to complete.
Brilliant. It's perfect. It's the perfect use case for our microjob service, that short amount of very specific need. And obviously there's hundreds of freelancers there, so I'm sure you'd be able to get anything similar if anyone ever has the need. So it's great that you managed to get a freelancer. Next time we have one of these calls, we're going to go through how you went on that call and how the training was received and what you learnt, and then what you moved on to next in the challenge.
Right. Okay.
Don't forget you can follow Connor's progress on the site. There's various videos like this. There are blog posts, and you can subscribe to be notified about the blog posts as they're published. We'll put a link in the post. Look forward to speaking to you all next time.